We're back at the Emirates Stadium, guys. We're back at the Emirates Stadium, and this one's huge. You can't miss this, no matter where you are in the world. Man United against Arsenal. It doesn't get bigger than that in terms of the rivalry that we've had in historically. But I tell you what, Man United fans, I'm hearing it everywhere, all over, that they're coming to the Emirates to take 3 points. And normally, when that's been said by our opposition this season, they normally get their ass handed to. And I'm hoping this is going to be a similar spanking. There's no reason for us to fear them. It's going to be hard, yes, I understand that. But if we can just settle the nerves, settle the stadium with an early goal or an early 2 goals, then it's all for the taking. Man United fans are rightly confident, and that's because they beat Man City comfortably. It should have been 6 or 7s. It should have been, and that's no exaggeration. But I tell you what, they ain't going to be able to have that sort of control at the Emirates Stadium. It just doesn't happen when an opposition comes. Apart from Liverpool, I don't know what happened that game. When they came in the second half especially, they controlled the game. But we ain't going to let Man United control the game, especially Carrick in his first away game in the league at Emirates Stadium. Come on, what are you guys smoking? Let's get the 3 points. So look, yes, Man United on paper are Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world. But I keep saying this season, let's not play the badge. Let's play the team. It's Lamens in net against City. This is the team that they had against City. Dalot, Maguire, Martinez and Shaw. So they've gone to a back 4 again. Martinez had a good game. We've got to admit that. Maguire, he's always turning up for these occasions. He's back from injury. Shaw doesn't normally get the better of Saka. Dalot, remember what Gabriel Jesus did against him a couple of seasons ago. Sat him on the floor to make it 3-1 in the 94th minute. Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo, rightly, they have got a bit of confidence behind them. That's a good partnership there if they're on form. Ahmad, Fernandes, Dorgu and Mbeumo. And then they've got the likes of Sesko on the bench, Xerxes. Maybe I've missed 1 or 2 there. But Cunha. But I tell you what, their danger man is Bruno Fernandes. And there's just no getting away from that. He's a top player. Anyone who says he's not a top player, maybe they're watching a different sport, because Bruno Fernandes has basically carried Man United through all these 4 or 5 years. He's a sensational player. He can make something happen. He knows when to pass, when to shoot. His timing off his passes, his long passes, his short passes, his brain, his 360 vision. I can't say anything more than that, honestly. He's a top player. And Man United are lucky that they've got somebody like Bruno Fernandes. Yes, he spits his dummy out a lot. That's just part of his personality. You've got to accept that with the quality he brings. You've got to sometimes sacrifice that bit. It's not the end of the world, you know. It's just his personality. A lot of players are like that. But I tell you what, if Man United had to get a result, Fernandes, Mbeumo, Diallo, and I think Cunha off the bench, they've got to be massive, and especially the defence. Because if our attack turns up, Martinez and Maguire have got to get a man of the match performance if they want to go home with 3 points or 1 point. So it's a massive game, and look, I've not really been looking at the media too much in terms of what everyone's saying and the pundits and that. I don't pay any attention these days. As long as we do our job, nothing can stop us. That's just the way it is. So the head-to-head then, look, in the Premier League, in the last 8 results, just 8 results in general, they've only beat us once in the Premier League. Once in the FA Cup, obviously. I think that was last season when Odegaard missed a penalty, I think it was. And it was down to 10 men, and somehow Havertz was missing sitter after sitter after sitter, if it was that game. And we drew 1-1, went to penalties, I think, and then we lost that. That was in the FA Cup. But other than that, we won last season 1-0 at theirs. So it's 1-0 at theirs this season in our first game. We drew 1-1 at theirs with a dead team that we had. We had Mikel Merino up front. We hardly had anybody available. 2-0 we beat them at the Emirates last season. 1-0 before that. 3-1 at Emirates. 3-2 at Emirates. And then we lost 3-1 at Old Trafford in September 2022. I think it could have been the year of Ronaldo, or maybe the year after. I don't know. I can't remember it too well. But I tell you what, the victories that we've got against them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the last 7 Premier League games is phenomenal. Arsene Wenger couldn't have a record like that against Man United. I don't care that it's not the Man United of old, it's still Man United. And when we go to Old Trafford, we crumble no matter what team that we play against. Even if it is giving debuts out to, teenagers or whatever, Man United know how to turn up against Arsenal. That's just the way it is as well. But I tell you what, if we can get a win against Man United, the confidence levels, it's another hard game gone out of the window. We've played 19 games. Now, the next 4 games that we would have played after Man United would have been Liverpool twice, Aston Villa twice, Man United twice, and Forest twice. Yes, Forest is at the bottom, but they're a difficult side to break down. But those other 3, Man United, Liverpool, and Aston Villa, all in the top 6. The title is basically being handed to us. You've got to read the signs and take advantage of it. Take advantage, Arsenal. Let's get the job done. Now, the lineup, then, obviously, we go as strong as possible. David Raya starts in net. Let's not mess about. Hopefully, he can get another clean sheet. If he gets a clean sheet, I believe it's 3 points to the Gunners. So it's David Raya. And then Calafiori and Hincapié have been trading, actually, as well. I'm not sure if he's going to just throw them in there. It might be a little bit, a bit of a risk playing Calafiori there, especially if he's on the back foot against Diallo and that. I'm not too sure. I think just this game to start it off with, I'm going to go Ben White on the right, Saliba Gabriel and Timber on the left. I know Timber's not great on the left, but I think the more the game goes on, I think he can find his confidence levels. And maybe Calafiori starts. I don't know. We don't know how fit he is. Arteta does. Either way, Zubimendi starts in the middle with Rice and Odegaard. The reason I'm going to put Odegaard in there again is because Eze's had a few starts recently and he's not been able to show us why he deserves a start in a big game like this when Odegaard's available. When Odegaard's available, we have full control of the midfield. I know we didn't against Liverpool in a few games here and there, but Eze doesn't offer that. Yes, he's the X factor. He can get a goal out of nowhere, an assist, take a few players on, get a hat-trick against Tottenham. But Odegaard offers that control, and that's what Arteta's all about. He's a control freak. He does not want to lose control of the game, especially in the middle of the park. The way Odegaard goes on the press, comes back, gets involved with the defensive bit as well. Odegaard offers that, and he's got the eye for the pass as well. He's got the eye for the needle pass that we will need to be making in multiple occasions. We've got to play through the middle. I think we can hurt them, and especially Saka's got to have the ball a lot because he's obviously going to hurt Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw's going to have bad memories of what Saka's done against Luke Shaw over the years against Man United. So look, that's it. Saka starts on the right. On the left, it's Trossard. I think it's a good game for Trossard again. He turns up against these teams. Recently, the last 3-4 games, he's not been all there. But I think, his left foot, right foot, he's not going to have a lot of space. So I think it's not a game for Martinelli, although Man United may have that confidence about them and want to come and attack. We don't know. So Trossard starts for me, and then in the attack, is it Jesus or Gyökeres? Jesus will offer that more involvement. He'll drop back, he'll get more involved, but then it pushes their defenders up as well. Against Man United, I don't want that. I want Gyökeres to prove his point. I need him to start on Sunday, and I need him to get a goal or two. I need him to show us that, he's back for the business end of the season, and I want him to really hurt Man United. I really do. So Gyökeres starts for me. It's a big call, but I think he will be able to pin the defenders, make them stay in their zone, in their defensive bit, and not get them coming out too much. He'll have them pinned so they're not getting involved too much in the build-up. That's the lineup for me. Now, the prediction for me, I think we'll win the game. I don't think it's going to be easy peasy, but I think we've got enough to win the game, and if we win the game, it's just massive. Let's not forget, Man City play Wolves on Saturday. More than likely they'll win that game, although Wolves are on a resurgence. But let's just, we could be 4 points behind while we play this, especially Villa as well, I think, got a Newcastle. So, if we're 4 points behind, we've got no room for errors. We've got to win. We've got to win anyway. We're going for the league title. I'm going for 2-0 for Arsenal.